Welcome to another week of devotions, and I'm going to talk a part 2 on relationships, probably because I need a lot of help in this area. And so I'm going to preach to myself, and I want to invite you to join me and listen in at the same time. Here's a couple of statements I've heard lately, might give you a bit of a chuckle. Sometimes I look at my boyfriend and think, he's one lucky guy. I don't know, maybe you think that way, I'm not sure. Here's another one. I told my wife she should embrace her mistakes, so she gave me a big hug. I really like that one. To recap, society has promoted a huge focus on the importance of physical fitness, but the Bible gives far more focus on relationship fitness. And I believe God is wanting to help us to have all our relationships in order. It's not easy, but with God's help we can do it. Just start praying into it, and God will do relationship miracles. That relationship you thought would never come right, I'm believing with God's help it will come right. So work hard at improving your relationship skills and your relationship world. Elevators are unusual places because you're close to people that you've never met. I'm often in elevators because I stay in hotels when I'm traveling overseas. And so there's people you've never met, so you try not to touch them. Nobody talks to each other. You try not to look at others, look them in the eye, and you just watch the floor numbers, 10, 11, 9, 8. I can picture myself. I do it myself. And it's a real challenge you feel uncomfortable, don't you, often in a elevator. So I heard of one guy, and he was the last one to step into the elevator. It was so crowded that he couldn't turn around. So as the door shut, he smiled and said loudly, "You might have wondered why I called this meeting today." Well, of course, everyone cracked up laughing, but then people started talking and relating to one another. Someone has to break the ice. I often do it myself. I'll break the ice. Oh, yeah, you look great today. Or, where are you going? Were you on holiday? What are you doing? And people will always talk back. Occasionally, they don't. But in many ways, the elevator is a microcosm of our world, meaning it's large, impersonal, and isolated. So people can be surrounded by others and not experience community. We can be part of a company, we can be part of a family, we can be part of a church, but still not feel we belong and not feel we are accepted, and feel that what we're in is impersonal and isolated. I said it last week, I'll say it again. Relationship conflict is an epidemic. Absolutely, like the world at war. And a lot of that's relationship breakdown. It's just on a larger scale. One of life's greatest skills is the ability to resolve conflicts. 85 years of research, think about this, 85 years concluded strong relationships are what make for a happy life. And I have to admit, I think that's true. Because we're hardwired for relationships. We're designed for relationships. When you're isolated and lonely, it's just not a healthy thing. It's not comfortable. We don't like it. And of course, loneliness, we know, is an epidemic in society. And it's only a problem because loneliness is hard. It's hard to live with loneliness. And I know there's a lot of lonely people out there, and you may be one of them. And if you are, I feel for you. But I believe that God wants to help us. He wants to help you and wants to help me. Please stay tuned this week and listen in on how we can improve our relationships. And also, please do share this message with other people, because I don't think there's a person around who doesn't need to hear about the importance of relationships, how they are key to a healthy and a well-balanced and a blessed life. So we all I need to hear this. As I'm speaking this myself, I'm thinking, it's actually challenging me. And I'm thinking, man, I need to put a bit more effort into this area as well. So hey, join me again tomorrow.